We've followed the anti-vaccine movement for years on the program. We've done a long-form piece about it, actually two long-form pieces about it. We have done reports about the religious connection to the anti-vaccine movement. We reported to you about a month ago that the World Health Organization has listed anti-vaccine sentiment as one of the biggest health threats to the world for 2019. And this isn't a serious problem everywhere. There are sort of enclaves where it is more serious. Washington and Oregon are examples here in the United States. But internationally, Australia is a place that is having some pretty serious anti-vaccine problems. And there's a new report from Australia about teens who are going around their parents. They're circumventing the decisions of their parents who are anti-vaccine and getting themselves vaccinated. This is in Queensland, Australia, where there's a law which says that if you're 15 or older, you can get care without parental consent or knowledge. And when we hear that in the United States, we're often thinking about abortion services. When we talk about parental notification, it's a debate over should a 16-year-old girl be able to get an abortion without parental consent is question one, and without parental notification is question two. Here we're talking about vaccines. Queensland has a vaccination rate of just under 89%. The desired rate for herd immunity is 95%. And this is just crazy all around. There's a debate over whether or not those who are not legally adults should be able to do this from a legal perspective. That's one debate that exists. Should a 15-year-old really be able to do this according to the law? But think about the insanity, Pat, about it being rebellious to go and get yourself vaccinated. Usually it's about, I snuck a cannabis cigarette and I'm hiding it from my parents. This is kids getting vaccinated, and it's considered a rebellious act because of the anti-vaccine sentiment that's growing in Queensland.
Yeah, this sounds like my teenage years. This is like the worst thing I did, rebelling against my parents. I snuck around them, got a vaccine. I wasn't doing any of that drugs or alcohol stuff. No, I was perfectly fine with all that, just getting vaccinated.
Sometimes teenagers wrongly think they're smarter than their parents. In this case, they sort of are, right? I mean, because the risk is of not getting vaccinated. And the only maybe possible downside to this is if you're an anti-vaccine parent and you've told your kid they can't get vaccinated, they go and get vaccinated and you don't know about it as the parent. And then because they're vaccinated, they don't get sick. You might be reinforced in your belief that not vaccinating was the right thing because as far as you know, they didn't get the vaccines and they never got the disease. You never know that it could be because of the vaccinations that they got, but that actually seems like more abstract thinking than a lot of these anti-vaxxers seem to be capable of doing. Absolutely specious reasoning going on. And I think if we can say there's some silver lining here, it's that at least there's a mechanism for these kids to go and get themselves vaccinated, and that they seem to be educated enough to want to go and do it. Those are the silver linings I can identify here.